This is going to be a long one. Okay, this is one of the ones I'm going to put in there because I feel like I would like to put this in there before I talk about the show. What is my connection as a viewer, not as a, I'm nowhere near connected in that way, but as a viewer to what my history is, was SMG4 and sort of Glitch Productions. Because I feel like that is important to state before anything else. One, I have watched the other program that they made during this that was, I think, also connected. No, that was with Amazon Prime, which is Murder Drones, which I've already done a review of. And I started watching The Amazing Drones because that came on my feed because I watched. Um, I found, I think, Has Been Hotel pilot, and then I found, I think, the uh, Hell of a Boss pilot, and then that I think YouTube recommended me a couple other pilots, which there's a couple other pilots I actually am interested in, including like a magical girl who doesn't want to be a magical girl. Really want to watch that. Besides, because at a certain point, while I was watching Murder Drones, um, I came across the pilot for Amazing Digital Circus. And I do still keep an eye on the pilots for this. I watched the pilot to Gaslight District and to Amazing Guinevere. Also to Game Over. They haven't greenlit it, but I am really excited if that happens. I also recently showed off my book for the Arts pilot. So I like a lot of the stuff that Glitch is currently producing. What do I think is the best? If it's just pilots, I am really excited with Game Over. It's not greenlit, but I am really excited about it. But I would say if stuff that's greenlit, Knights of Guinevere. But again, out of the two shows that have a full one, it's got to be The Amazing Digital Circus. But let's get back to the actual non-spoiler part, right? What do I think? I overall liked this. I think this is really good. This is going to be a bit shorter because I don't want to talk about the things I want to talk about. I'm also going to acknowledge one other thing. That one of the things I wanted to do, because I'm actually going to point this out behind the scenes stuff, besides the one on my desk, which is for today, and the four that I'm planning for Wednesday. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 left. And when I'm running out of that, I'll go to Star Theory. But if there's a duplicate, I have got one thing that I want to do, and that's talking about what I thought of each one of the Amazing Digital Circus episodes with the information we got beforehand, because there's one line of one of them that I feel is interesting. But I'm going to leave that to then. There's what other people have talked about it interesting, but this is what I feel. But I do think it's really good. Okay, non-spoilers. Not non-spoilers, spoilers. One, throughout the entire thing, a lot of people have found it a bit distressing about it not being the law and the focus on that point. I'm like, fair. That idea of, because even I, at least episode 1 and 2, was kind of vision of like, oh, what will be with law? What will be this? Oh, who will abstract? And thinking, what's going to happen with the law? Why are they here? Da 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 da. But I think because episode 1 kind of has this episode of like introducing, okay? We're introducing Circus and Kaufmo abstracted. It's kind of an introduction and a pretty fun story. You get episode 2, which is another one of these adventures. And then you have the whole thing with Gummy Goo, which I think is really good. And it's one episode which I absolutely love. I also like the I think it's the solo the person who, there's a couple of songs, I don't remember his name, The longest solo ever, which made a song about like real honor. And a lot of their songs I absolutely love. Definitely one was like Wear the Mask, which is episode 3, which I was like. Speaking of which, episode 3 is when I think I finally clicked that it's not being a plot story, it's being a character story. And yeah, there are a couple of people that supposedly don't get a story. But one, I feel like the moments they had were pretty good. Do I want more? Now, if they came out with season 2, I would not complain. I would want more. I would not complain. But they wanted a certain story told, so I'm not going to be like, they needed more. Because I know uh, Ragatha supposedly might not have got much stories. Definitely when the finale is Jax's episode, and a couple of people said a couple of the earlier ones are also Jax's episode, which I think is interesting. Also, if I'm correct, also I know the whole thing with Tumblr is gone, so I might be misremembering it. Is I remember someone making a comment of being like, "Oh, something like I think Jack." So and Goosework saying something along the lines of like something about him getting a terrible fate or something like that. I don't know. Also, I don't think the abstractions can be reversed, but I'm still listening to the AUs that do that story because I do think it's a fun idea. Overall, I do like it. Wait. Overall, I do like it, and I do find it interesting. I do sometimes think at night of like, if technically speaking, they live forever, because there's no like humans die and living forever. Like, will they eventually abstract? Will other characters come in? They have confirmed, like, if other people put on the headset, they will come in. That's the one thing that I would love if they do a season 2. They're not. They've confirmed as much. They're not doing a season 2. I'm putting that clear. But if they did, the idea of how do you take this information that we know but you don't. So let's say I put on the headset. Not me, but like my character. Where am I? Da, 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 da. Um, I feel like I'm human. Everyone else knows I'm not. And that I think would be interesting. Again, they're not going to do season 2, as far as I can tell. There's other stuff, but I think there's more advertisement and other stuff. Like there's a Ribbit plush. I bought one. I don't have it. They're in America. I'm in the UK. That might take a while. They also have a hoodie, which I also bought, and a poster. Well, I didn't buy the hoodie. My mum did. Again, America, UK, gotta be a bit before I show it, and I would like to show it. But yeah, I think this is fun. I think this is interesting. I get why some people don't like it. I fully do. I love it. I didn't see it in cinemas though. I couldn't find it. But yeah, which I think is a groundbreaking thing about it being in cinemas. I think it's really interesting. I know why people get a little bit annoyed, but I think it shows that you can have independence in cinemas, which I think it's alongside the Markiplier and Obsession. I'm mispronouncing that terribly. I think those two will prove something. But yeah, I hope you enjoy and good night. Oh shoot, I forgot this. Swaps tomorrow. Yeah, I've been rambling for a bit, but yeah, I hope you enjoy and good night for this time.